welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie. If you are new here, welcome. Today we are going to be using alcohol markers as our base coat for our skin, which is what our mini series is about. So this is video 3. I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm excited for this. So the alcohol markers that I have been using are the markers. This is their brush tip markers, and I'll link them down in the description box down below, but I have thoroughly enjoyed them. Now, I'm not blending with alcohol markers today. I'm simply using them as my base coat. So we just need to pick one alcohol marker and we'll get this started. Okay, so I have picked a color. I have picked BR2 and it's called Potato Brown, which I think is a horrible name, but it's a beautiful color. So we're going to go in with this. This is Anastasia Ellie Koldariva's Nocturnes book, and I want to make sure that I am not coloring. Gotta put something in between or take the page out of the book because alcohol markers do bleed through, and so you could ruin other pages in your book. So be careful. Take the page out of your book or slip some cardstock in between the pages. So here we go, and this can be the scary part, just touching that. It's like you've committed yourself to this dark color and it can be kind of scary, but we're gonna go for it. I have faith that this is gonna work. I love putting a base coat down because it gives me a starting point and it makes it go faster, because sometimes coloring can be tedious, and sometimes that's what we like about coloring, and sometimes I like to get it done and see progress, and I think this gives me a lot of progress in a short amount of time. I'm just putting this on her skin. This is a really beautiful color. I really like it. I hate the name, but I'm trying to make it as smooth as possible, but I realize that I'm working with marker and I'm going to get some splotchiness, and so that's okay. But I am trying to be careful and fit smoothly from spot to spot, but I'm not a professional alcohol marker artist. Like I said, this isn't alcohol paper. This is right out of the book, and I am just using this as my base coat. So I'm gonna have some splotchiness. Okay, that's about all we're going to do because we're here. Okay, so let's grab some pencils. Alright, I have grabbed some pencils here. These are the Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils, and I have grabbed an array of some warm browns that I think will look really good with her skin tone. And then I also grabbed ivory black just to help with those deep dark shadows. So, I don't know, I kind of don't have a game plan for this. I just want to shade her, so I'm thinking I really like this color. This is Brown 059. Let's see how this... I'm not going to use any pressure, and I'm just going to lightly layer these pencils right over the marker. So I already have our base coat, and now we're just adding depth. So we want to think about shadows and highlights and just giving her some beautiful tone. So her face is tilted away from us, this side here, and so it's going to be more in the shadow. So that's kind of what I'm putting in now, as her nose is going to cause that shadow. I don't use these pencils very often. I thought it was time I do. They're working very nicely over these markers. They're not my favorite pencil because they're a little harder. They're not as soft. And I find them a little more difficult to get pigment out of. But they're definitely working over this marker. You can use a more transparent type of pencil if you put marker down first, like these Pablos or Polychromos that aren't as opaque as, say, your Prismacolors, because that marker then can show through and help blend everything. So it's kind of nice to use a pencil that's a little more transparent when working this way. I love this picture. This is one I've wanted to color for quite some time. So I thought, ooh, yes, we've done a couple of lighter skinned girls. We definitely need to get into this medium and beautiful golden color here. So many different shades of skin. We'll come in just this beautiful array of colors. And then to add to it, we're coloring, and it's creative and it can be fantasy as well. And so then we can add those, just every rainbow, you know. And so it's not about the color you color something, it's about the shading and the highlights. Where are my shadows? Where are my highlights? That's what's going to make your page come together. It's not about the color, it's about the depth and the range of darks and lights. So we're looking for, and you can pull up a reference photo if you have no idea. Pull up a reference photo and like find somebody in the same head position and put in the lights and darks that you see in the photograph. Don't worry about matching color, just worry about getting the things that are dark enough, and the things light enough. Kind of. Very soft. If I want it darker, I go over it again. I'm not using any pressure, being very, very soft. There's a crease there, and so I'm putting in a shadow underneath it. And then we have the butterfly and the hair and everything casting shadows on that ear. So it gets a little dark, but then I'm leaving this light so that you can see that crease that we have in the ear right there, and that this is down inside. We want to have it fairly dark. Okay, I don't know how I feel about. I'm just going to do very lightly right here until I kind of like the blend that I have. Let's see, that's a little better. I just didn't love it. Okay, let's see. I say that a lot. When you're editing back videos, you start to like notice the words that you say all the time. Like and like, then you become very aware of them. I also become very aware of how many times I pause while I talk. Pause quite a bit. Okay, we're gonna go down her neck a little bit, but I'm not gonna do the whole page because I'll just take forever. So we just want that shadow on her neck. Okay, then let's grab, this is Burnt Sienna, number 069. So, no pressure again, very lightly going to go over what we've already put and then fade it out a little bit. So let's see if we go in that shadow on that nose bridge, and we're gonna pull it out a little bit. Give us some other tones. We want to be very light. Go under her, on her neck as well, doing the same thing right over the top, blending it out ever so lightly, very soft. Easy pressure. Okay, let's grab, what's this called? This is called Cinnamon. This is number 055. And we want to be light with this as well. Just a little touch. Not over. Putting it over what we've already done and fading it out a little bit. Just light pressure. If you want something darker, we'll go over it a couple more times rather than adding pressure. Sorry, my goodness, what's my voice doing tonight? Light pressure, circular motions, just blending, being very soft. We're getting into kind of this area of the face. And then we want to go over all the darker spots too that we've already done. It just helps bring it all together. Just get lost in it. So pretty. Okay, I'm gonna grab, this is called English Red, and this is 063. And this is gonna be more red than we've had in our pencils. I just kind of want to put this kind of in her cheek area, maybe warm up her cheeks a little bit. Here. Give her a little touch of warmth and blush to her face. I like that. I'm having to tilt my page a little bit so you guys don't have as much of a glare. If I lay it flat, it doesn't really show what's really going on the page. Which is okay. I'm also going to take this up on her forehead just a little bit, really light. Really light, just. I think we need to get another color, I think. I really like that, but I think we need a lighter color as well that I haven't pulled yet. So let me pull that. I'm putting this in her lips, the dark shadows, the corners around the edge of her mouth. Start to Okay, let me see what I can find. I kind of want maybe kind of a yellowy brown. I know what I kind of want in a Prismacolor, but it's not, we're not using Prismacolor, so I'm trying to find what is going to be that color for me. Okay, let's try this. This is ochre. I don't know if it's what I want or not, so I also pulled light ochre. So very lightly, I'm kind of hitting those high spots on her face. It's actually pretty good, actually. Kind of like this color. More than I thought I would. Ooh, yes, I do like it. Okay. Very lightly, no pressure at all. across here because we have some light on her face here. Up above this eyebrow, or below the eyebrow, above her crease there. So pretty. A little touch there, a little touch on the end of her nose. Move along her jawline a little bit. And her ear here. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna grab the burnt sienna and I'm gonna put that on her nose a little bit, very lightly. Because I feel like it kind of has a little funny line, but there we go, kind of fixed it. Be a little more on this side, darken that side up a little bit. Kind of darken this spot up a little bit too, I think. Make her nose stand out a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I like that redness on her cheek there. So I'm just very lightly just putting more color where I want more color. And then we're gonna let's grab that ochre again. Her nose. Take this right along her eyelid a little bit, be in her waterline and her tear duct. Give that a little color. Okay, and then I want to grab my English red again and very lightly go in here with that again. Oh yes, okay. And then I want to grab another color to put in her lip. I want something a little bit, what's this? This is Indian red. I think it will be a little bit darker or a little bit of a different tone to stand out a little bit. It's a little more coolness to it, yeah. Coolness meaning it kind of leans towards purple a little bit. A little cooler of a red rather than leaning towards orange. Okay. And then let's see. This is raspberry red, so let's finish her lips up with this. I am going to leave a highlight. I don't want to cover all of it. So we can blend that harsh line out a little bit. Might not be able to. It's okay. It doesn't look as bad as I think it did at first. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take black and I'm going to put that in where I think like the darkest shadows would be. So kind of crease of her eye. Very light, very light-handed. I don't want this to take over put it here. Maybe right kind of against her nose just a little bit. Right up against her nose a little bit. We'll just touch it. Just a little bit right there. Not too much. Down here a little bit. Get my head out of the way. Okay. Under here, maybe right under her nose, right between her cupid's bow, kind of there. And if you get something too dark or too much, you can go over it again. Don't panic. This black's rather pigmented. I'm a little surprised by how much I get with just the softest little touch. Okay, so you can go back to the brown and blend that out if it looks like it's too much. Go over it with the brown and blend it out a little bit. I think it looks pretty good. The shadow on her lip. I kind of want to bring that shadow, the black, over here a little bit too. Go. Looks so nice. I really like how she looks a lot. This is that ochre again. Just a little bit. And then there is her face. What do you guys think? Was it scary to put the marker down, or does it look pretty good? I'm gonna zoom out so you can kind of see comparatively, like her face has been shaded with the pencil and the rest of her skin has not been. Looking for cinnamon, which we did use. Yeah, here we go. Cinnamon. I'm gonna just try to darken this a little bit more with the cinnamon. Just a little bit. There we go. I like it. Look what we can do with some pencils over that marker. I think she looks really pretty. I'm having a hard time like stopping myself from giving her some more stuff here. Let's see. Do we have kind of a... I always pick the wrong color for eyes, but you know. Couldn't help myself. She needs some eyes. Okay, you guys. I hope you have an awesome day. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I am doing a series of videos on how I color skin. So I hope that you'll come see the other ways that I color skin because I don't always use an alcohol marker. I do other things too. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, that you find time to relax and enjoy yourself, maybe throw some color around, play a little bit, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!